Welcome everybody to the Skull Hunter Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Anchor, all-in-one platform you need to start your podcast today. Thank you, Anchor, for sponsoring the podcast. A change of plans. Today, Joseph did something that we're not proud of. So Joseph isn't here today, but I do have Charles. And so Joseph did arson. Joseph set a IHOP on fire. He burned the motherfucker down. So that's why he couldn't make it. He's running from the law right now. But he should be on next week. If he's editing this, I'm sorry. It's funny. But yeah,
he's like one of the 3 IHOPs in Canada.
Yeah, apparently according to Google, there's like only 3 IHOPs in Canada. So now there's 2. So I'm so sorry, Joseph. Hopefully the IHOP, dude, I had some good food at IHOP. So me, Richard, and Brittany went one day, and we sat there, and I requested like one of the big ass burgers, like quarter pounder, and I was like, put a piece of chicken on it and an egg. And they're like, really? Everyone ordered at the table, and they're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, yeah, motherfuckers. And then I just did not, I don't eat fast food really. So when I do eat fast food, I'm like, yeah, it's good. And then I immediately regret it 2 hours later. Or I just taste it for the next week, and I just don't know why. But
after you regret it 2 hours later, you just spend like the rest of the day in the crapper.
Yeah, actually, that's how it goes. I have intestine problems too. So certain food will actually try to kill me. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm fucked. So it's just better to eat healthy anyways, and you can sit there and have clean poops. And I got a squatty potty. You sit there, your knees go up to your chest while you're pooping. Dude, it's great. It's great. Dude, squatty potties are amazing, man. All I gotta say, if you're out there, squatty potty, I loved you on Shark Tank, and your product is amazing. Thank you guys.
We're on Shark Tank?
Yeah, Squatty Potty was on Shark Tank. Yeah, that's how me and Brittany found him. And I was like, oh my god, like, that would actually help my bowel movements. And it does. Especially sitting all day, editing, to recording, to streaming, trying to finish your fucking challenge, and you can't do it. But, you know, it's just when all is said and done, you sit all day, your stomach gets like, and then you're like, oh, gotta go. Get yourself a squatty potty, put your knees up like this while you're pooping, and boom, everything just goes down. And you save so much time. Like, I don't bring my phone into the bathroom because I'd hate germs, but I just sit there and put it on the counter, and now I'm just like, okay, sit down, fucking do the countdown, 3, 2, 1, stand up, double wipe, done. 5 minutes.
This is what the podcast has turned into, and it's just me.
The podcast turned it. This is the Skull Hunter Podcast. This is the Shitcast. Ooh, I like the name of that, the Shitcast. Oh man, I need to copyright that now. Yeah, welcome everybody. So it's actually exciting. Unfortunately, Joseph could not be here, but today we actually ended up hitting 500 views on YouTube for the Skull Hunter Podcast, with 7 subscribers going. We hit 300 listeners on Spotify, iTunes, all of them. So we're about to hit 1,000 views in total. So I'm super excited for that. Thank you all so much for constantly watching and just being here. We greatly appreciate you guys. Trust me, I see every little one of you. So it's great. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys. Charles, how's your week been? What you been up to?
It's been pretty good. Just been grinding like hell in Destiny right now. Freaking as the yearly Guardians games thing, which is basically Destiny's version of the Olympics, started this past week, and the missions that they gave us for the next couple of weeks that we have to get done before because it's only like a 3-week event, so like literally you pretty much have to know life to freaking doing these things in this game to complete these quests, because some of these freaking one quests is like 15 steps and it takes forever to do.
Sounds annoying.
But freaking basically it's like a thing where all 3 of the classes that players can choose to play as. It's basically a thing that whoever wins gets bragging rights for the entire year. And God, freaking, I have to hear it from all the fucking crayon-eating Titan bastards and all the fucking dodging fucking shade step spamming hunter douchebags, and I would know because I was one of them once. freaking brag if they win about it. And it's like, when the fuck are us warlocks gonna get some fucking love for once?
Maybe when you stop touching yourself. Maybe when you guys stop referring to each other as, we are warlocks.
Yeah, our thoughts, we're the only ones out of the 3 classes that read fucking books.
Nerd.
Others are freaking jerking themselves off out in the freaking woods out somewhere, freaking Titans are sniffing crayons, for Christ's sake.
Dude, I'm one of those guys, like, literally in the woods, like, you're like, oh my god, it's Bigfoot, and you just see me in the bushes. Like, that is 100% me. Sorry, ladies, there's not a lot of movement.
Like, literally in the lore, freaking hunters literally prefer to be out in the wild, freaking, you know, doing their thing, freaking, they don't really do well with freaking other people. But they still have they still have their roles to play in the whole freaking thing as a guardian.
I mean, that works for them. They can sit there and guard all they want, be in the woods, do their stuff alone. So the Olympics is
killing freaking things that are trying to threaten the last city, because that's what we're supposed to do. We have to protect the freaking people in the last city.
Oh, I guess that's the plot of the Destiny raid thing going on. Or not the raid, Olympics.
Basically, Olympics is just a bragging rights thing, while we're also while protecting our people, in the last city from the enemies of the last city.
Okay.
It's your typical FPS MMO shit.
Yeah, typical. I knew all about it. I know all about. I was testing you because it's
I'm
typical.
I'm still mad that you didn't want to finish the playthrough that we started.
It's just. I wanted it to
you would have
be.
enjoyed the game if you'd finished it personally.
But like for me, especially because you can see how much time I actually have through the week, and it's barely any. But
yeah,
it's like if I'm gonna commit my time to a game or something, like if I don't feel it immediately, and this is why Elder Rings, Richard has been begging me. He's like, I'll buy you the game. I'll do all this stuff. Like, let's play Elder Rings together. And I went, I can't. I played Dark Souls before. I already now know how it feels, and it's just like I can't put that time and commitment into something just so I could 4 weeks later say I beat it. Did I have fun? No. Could you?
From my experience, I know firsthand that even with the original Destiny, which is even thinking, at least with Destiny 2, they made it slightly easier for you to just jump right in and play it. Thinking it's not. But it's still, you have to commit quite a bit to the game, because of all the shit you have to do in the game, especially now. But Destiny 1, you especially have to commit to that thing. Even if you can't even do any of the Crucible stuff, if you're just doing like where you're fighting enemies out there and doing like missions and quests and shit, you have to literally commit to that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's another commitment is like Halo. Like Halo itself is a huge commitment game because you play the game, but when it's all said and done, you really like those achievements. 700 achievements, and I have 360. I think I'm like halfway through the Master Chief Collection.
I have to look up and see how many I have.
I
don't have a lot of the ones that you probably have, because you've gone to like freaking shit on Legendary and shit.
Dude, I have. So this is the fun part about when I play Halo to get the achievements. So like there's like easy achievements like getting the skulls and stuff like that. So I'll be like, yeah, I'll go on, I'll get all the skulls, I'll do my thing. And then there's ones where it's like fucking stupid, like go through the whole entire level without jumping. Go through the whole entire level without shooting anyone. Go through the whole entire level without using your ability. And it's like, those are the ones. Yeah, the Halo 1.
Freaking, you have to beat like any mission on Legendary without picking up like an overshield or anything like that.
Yep.
It's like, that shit's useful in Legendary game. I need that shit.
Exactly, but those are the achievements that I try to hunt down as best as possible, because I'm like, this is going to satisfy me if the game all of a sudden says, hey, you can no longer play this game anymore online. And then it's like, cool. I can look back at my achievements going, I did it. I fucking did it. But Halo 1, there's a achievement that Gavin and Michael did from Achievement Hunter. And it was literally play the one mission on Legendary without jumping and without shooting or without killing anyone. So literally... I sat there and did that, exactly what they did. And I was like, I understand why they made this a video. This was fucking stupid. It was hard as hell, but I did it. I got it. I got both achievements.
Grenades are practically useless on Legendary in Halo 1. And freaking, well, they're really useless on all the Halos on Legendary, but freaking at least they're somewhat useful in Halo 3.
I was, honestly, the Marines that are the most useful, besides Halo 4, I'm going to say Reach. They're actually throwing grenades when you are playing with your, Marines. They're throwing grenades. They're actually being useful. They're actually doing stuff.
Too bad they still can't seem to learn to freaking move the fuck out of the way when there's a grenade right at their feet.
Oh, they will absolutely never do that. They will, or they will, and it'll be like, grenade! they'll call it out like you hear it, and then you see the beam. It hits the ground, and they stand there. And then they duck. It's like, run! You already called it out. Just go. So
that's the thing about the Halo 1 raids, especially when you just see them just standing there. There's a grenade at their feet, and it's like, yep, I'm about to watch somebody's corpse get launched. And you just see a Marine's body just flying across the fucking level.
Dude, that was fun when we played. Me and you both played Halo 1 together. I went back through. I think I beat Halo 1 on Legendary by myself. I think I did. I'm not gonna quote myself on it.
I can imagine that was probably a chore.
I still think Halo Reach was harder. I think Halo Reach was honestly harder to beat on Legendary solo. But the reason I did it was because there was an achievement for it, so I did it. But with the Master Chief Collection, Charles, you have 286 achievements. You are 36% of the way there. Me sitting strong, I have 349 achievements, and I'm 49% of the way there. So I'm literally one shy from half of the achievements in Halo Master Chief Collection. And a lot of them are bugged achievements as well, to where you cannot unlock them. Like, there's absolutely no way you can unlock them. But then there's also some achievements on here that are, you can get them, but you have to, like, mess with your Xbox settings saying, no, it's definitely New Year's in March? Yeah, it's definitely New Year's. I'm gonna take this Warthog jump. It's definitely New Year's. There's ones like that you can glitch out and do it that way. But then there's honestly some, there's a grenade one that's bugged out the hell and back.
I think keeps having, like, connection problems.
Yeah! Connection problems, let's go! McDonald's Wi-Fi!
Your thing was, like, frozen for a second and just sped up, like, really quickly before it fixed itself.
Dude, imagine me in the bedroom. I'd, like, freeze for a minute and it just... Oh! Dude, Master Chief got nothing on me. Master Chief's like, man, I can fuck, And I'm like, bro. Oh, yeah, what's up? But, yeah, Halo's a massive commitment, but it's such a fun commitment, though, because if you play Halo to try to get all the achievements and stuff, and I think that's what deterred me most from Destiny, was also, it wasn't even just how fun it was, will I get all the achievements in the game? And looking through the Destiny achievements, I said, no. No, I will not, 100%, I will not. It's like looking at the Call of Duty games. I will not get all the achievements. It's sad, but some of them are zombie Easter eggs achievements that you need a full squad with. Everything needs to go perfectly right. And then because of how the achievements worked was once you buy DLC, you get more achievements unlocked, and you can only do them through one part. So, yeah, if I do any 100% Call of Duty game, it's going to be Black Ops. But at least with Call of Duty, it was an easy commitment to be like, I'll play multiplayer. Then I might play the main campaign, or if I get bored, I'll play zombies. Like you have.
I know some of the achievements you're probably talking about. It's like mostly probably like the ones that have to do with the raids.
Yeah, a lot of the achievements that I was seeing that honestly were like the most of the Destiny achievements were the raids, doing this raid or getting this done or doing the raid with X amount of people, doing the raid and do this to somebody. It's like that much time and energy to put towards like Destiny to get the achievements. I was just like, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. But that's why whenever I'm like, I don't know what to play and I'm like, yeah, let's play something. It's always like, let's do Halo. Halo's so easy for me to hop on and say, let's do it. Versus like Call of Duty. Like right now I can't do Call of Duty just because of the constant shit that they're under. And now Activision. So we weren't gonna actually bring this up because I'm waiting for the full story to come out. But Activision is being helped by the governor or the mayor of California at the moment on their trial. There is suspicious activity happening, and apparently, like, the governor or the mayor is trying to in favor of Activision versus the female staffing. So Activision is continuing to like lose my respect from 100 down to like 30 now. I there's a 30% chance I'll play the next game. I hate to say it, 30% chance, but they're just
Activision doesn't have anything to do with the new Modern Warfare.
They don't.
As far as I know, it's an Infinity Ward game.
Thank God. Like, I hate to say thank God with it, but when it's all said and done, oh God, no. Like, Activision is such a disappointment in so many ways at the moment, and like, I hate to say, like, in a sense, I'll always, like, I'm never gonna say, like, I regret playing them or anything else, but I'm like, man, like, I hate it. Like, looking up to your heroes and then finding out, like, they've done some shady shit, and you're like, oh, maybe not. So, maybe I won't do that. Okay, cool.
I heard the FCC or whatever is thinking might be a problem for the whole thing with ActiBliz being acquired by Microsoft, because they think that Bobby Kotick only agreed to freaking the deal and everything, and that he would step down just so he would hopefully get away with and not get, you know, in trouble for anything. Mm-hmm. And they're freaking like, dude, you are not getting off that easy, bro. We are freaking gonna investigate this shit before you even think about pocketing that freaking chunk of change you're getting.
Yep, like, I just hope whoever was involved with the cube crawls and everything else and mistreating their female employees and stuff like that, I really hope that they get dealt with in the right legal ways. And hopefully no one pulls shady shit and get them out. I mean, if I hate to put it out there, but when you have Johnny Depp and what's-her-face in court right now, like, they're taking the spotlight on all this stuff, but because we're gamers, we don't just look at what's going on today's news, we're looking at what's going on deeper in other news, so we're finding out these little things with Activision going on, and the fact that Bungie's doing their thing, and then PlayStation is actually saying that they're not going to make nearly as many exclusive games anymore, to the point of Nintendo went completely silent these last few weeks. Nintendo haven't done anything. Like, it's
like, you guys do all your shit, we're gonna be working on our shit and just keeping things quiet till we're freaking ready.
and I love that. Like, Nintendo is literally taking a step back, and I know by the time this podcast comes out, people are gonna be like, well, they said this, they done this. They're not actually doing anything. Like, Nintendo has been silent. And it's amazing. Like, Microsoft's dealing with all this stuff. Twitter and Elon Musk are doing this. And YouTube's competing with TikTok. Yeah, they're doing with Bungie. And then you have Nintendo back there going, And
this is
how do we not mess up?
And this is like, and they're like, this is why we only ever freaking release Zelda, Mario, Pokemon.
Hey, and it makes them millions.
Some other title sometimes.
Yeah, and it works for them. So I mean, keep doing what you're gonna do. That's definitely most important. But now, Charles, we've been posting some shorts and stuff, and YouTube's finally trying to fully step up to the game. Apparently, there's word that YouTube will actually make monetizing even easier for smaller creators. Now, this is all air quotes, but they are planning to involve NFTs that obviously we all knew about, but they're also planning to like make an easier way for smaller creators to actually get benefited for something. So like TikTok, let's go on an example of TikTok. You get a viral video and you're over there just going boo boo boo, and that's the video, and people start doing with it. YouTube's finding a way to make it to where that original creator actually gets credit for it. Like, the actual creator will get that fund, even if, and this is a big even if the video that you posted and you're not monetized, if you're not monetized with that video that went viral, but these people who are monetized are sitting there doing the fuck like thing, you will still get monetized for that video. You'd get an X percentage of what they get. I think if they were able to do something like that, that would be great. I feel like that could actually reach out to a lot of smaller creators who are actually making viral TikToks, or creators who are making viral videos. I'll go back to the Johnny Depp situation. The one girl, she was in the courtroom. She's like, my dog stepped on a bee, and then she went, and now TikTok is filled up with everyone going, my dog stepped on a bee. My dad left me. My dog had to pee. And I'm just like, yes, I love this. But in the example of YouTube or TikTok, TikTok doesn't benefit that creator who originally posted that short. TikTok doesn't care about that person. That person will not get credited for any of it. But when you have someone like on YouTube who's doing it, that person uploads that video, if someone else is using that video to do it, they're going to get credited, and the other is going to get credited. So YouTube's already finding better ways to control how their platform works. And so all these myths that YouTube are going to be dying anytime soon, it's really, really hard to believe that YouTube could actually take a fall back. I understand their streaming platform isn't quite there yet, but they're working on it. They're now making rating a thing. I'm not calling it whatever the fuck YouTube is calling it right now, but they are making it this like rating feature. Whenever you're done live stream, you have 20 people in, you can now rate out to another YouTube channel. But it's complicated. Like Twitch, where they're rating people. The problem they're having is they made it too safe. They made it too safe. So now when people rate another, they have to be approved by that creator. The other creator has to approve what they're doing. Then they have to accept their term. They have to accept their term. And then you gotta hope that YouTube still actually goes through, because it will cut in the middle. And then if certain people aren't subscribed to that one person, it will not bring them over. The whole point of a fucking raid is to bring the people who are not subscribed over to the other. So I think it's so ironic, the fact that YouTube was trying to be so careful and being like, we don't want hate raids. That I'm not saying it's a bad thing. YouTube, thank you so much for actually trying to prevent that. I greatly appreciate it. Harris Heller, bring him up again. We brought him up last week, but Harris Heller has made some really good points on how we think that we could stop that by like maybe hitting a reverse button, or a sense, like, or block button. So it's like, let's say Charles is streaming his WWE, woohoo, and he's streaming his WWE stuff on his channel, CJ the Lone Wolf, and then all of a sudden he gets a raid, and it's a bunch of WWE fans, woo, yeah, pump it up, and he's like, yeah, welcome guys, titty twisters, whatever, and then another raid comes in, and they're all like, well, fuck you, you little nerd, oh, you little bitch, all this stuff. Like, they just start hate. It's a hate raid. So they all just come in and start hating. There needs to be a button that can say, block people from current raid, or block people from last raid. There needs to be that option, because that will stop hate raids. Because then once you block all of them, they can't be like, okay guys, let's regroup back up. No, you just blocked them from your channel. You just 100% blocked them. And I feel like you should be able to adjust that to like 24 hours to a day, or indefinite. I think that could be a great idea if YouTube was able to create, because at this moment in time, their rating feature, so complicated. But I'm bringing up the YouTube streaming. So Charles, what is it about YouTube streaming right now that is so beneficial to you? And what do you think some update or some changes that could actually make the YouTube streaming service better?
Honestly, and the whole thing you're talking about, how freaking smaller creators might be getting car driving by my house. And as I was saying, freaking, it would be nice if freaking people like me with smaller channels freaking be able to get at least some freaking sort of compensation about a bit of freaking whatever the bigger creators are making. Because honestly, I don't mind if other people want to use my shit freaking, even if they don't even ask for my permission. It's like, if you guys think you find my shit funny, you want to put my freaking shit like that one clip I was telling you about, where freaking you were just flying past my screen, freaking in a Warthog when we played Infinite one time. If somebody wants to put down like a Halo meme funny compilation freaking video, go freaking nuts. But at least do me a favor and at least link my shit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of creators will not link it because they're afraid to ask for that permission. And YouTube's system doesn't exactly catch, especially if you don't have like. YouTube says that its copyright feature is great, but if I use a clip of your footage, even if you're monetized, YouTube's not gonna let you know. Because I would be smart about it too. I would be like, oh yeah, oh his name wasn't involved. Oh no, YouTube, this is my clip. I didn't talk in it. It was my clip though. I can't prove, but it's mine. YouTube will take my side for it. They'll be like, okay, here's his address. You guys can fight it out over cease and desist. But they're like, but we out. But you don't get funded for it. I don't get funded for it if it's a copyrighted issue. So
I didn't mind when you used that one bit of my voice when I said hey to you when you came into one of my streams, one of my first streams at one time when you were editing together that Call of Duty video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was probably one of the cheekiest moments I've ever had of trying to sit there and figure out, man, how can I get like your voice without calling you up and getting it? Because I was editing on midnight times, and I was like, how can I get his voice? And I went, oh, I joined like his WWE live one day, and I was like, okay, I'm going back, and I found you say, hey, Jordan. I went, yeah, let's do it. But YouTube never caught that. YouTube never said, whoa, that's his content. That's his you can't, nope, that's his. It never caught it. It went, okay. But that was also like 3 seconds. That was under the fair use clause. But like the for the copywriting system, it still needs a lot of work. But for like the short idea with like how you can take someone's short and now make it your own, if YouTube can find a way to complement the small creator who originally made said short, and then benefited with a amount of something, I feel like that would be better. Make it able to be profitable for the younger audience. Well, not younger, but smaller.
Even if only getting like $20 a freaking month, freaking making like a little bit of money, freaking people use a bit that are bigger channels and I'm freaking using my shit, then that'd be fine because I can take that $20 and that can be play money.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think I can be taxed on that, but I don't know. Even if I do get taxed on that freaking, it wouldn't be much, probably.
Yeah, 10%. So 10% of $20 is $2. Put $2 off to the side for taxes. Like it's and 10% is even on a high side, but you always just want to make sure. But I mean, when it's all said and done, I feel like if they were able to make, because right now they have this thing called a creators fund. Here's the problem with the creator fund. Is you have to have millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views on shorts pretty consistently to get in this creators fund.
My shorts are like hit and miss. Like I'm amazed I got over 2,000 on that freaking when I freaking threw that one Mountain Dew bottle in a freaking recycling can.
Yeah, but that's not gonna get you in a creators fund. But if someone else steals that video and edits with like, oh, all this stuff, it gets 100,000 views, they might make money off it and you will not get credit for it. That's where the problem is. Now, with going back into like, well, you have to get 100,000 views constantly for them to put you in the creators fund. Even then, YouTube reaches out to you saying, hey, accept this opportunity. If you don't, you will lose your money and you will never be able to get it back again. And so their idea with this creators fund is not accurate because their creators fund doesn't work. Like, if you're already getting hundreds of thousands of views and you already have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, guess what? You're already monetized. So this creators fund means absolutely nothing.
And even if you only have like just barely enough to get monetized, like you have to have like 1,000 subs at least freaking to be monetized and everything, and at least get at least a couple hundred views every video. And even then, you're not really even making much off of that anyway.
No, for like 1,000 views, you make like. Now this obviously depends on the content you make, child friendly, all this stuff. But in average, if you get them to watch halfway through your video and you have about 10,000, or if you have 1,000 views, you'll make $3 on it. And that's with an ad at the beginning, maybe an ad in the middle, right when they cut off. But how the ad system works is, once again, if people watch the video, watch the ad, and then continue to go on, then you would obviously get paid more. YouTube would be like, oh, they watched past the ads, they watched your whole entire video, let's throw you in front of more people. One day I'm actually gonna go through, once I become a little bit more successful, to say the least, I'm gonna actually go through my YouTube analytics live and show everyone like how you can turn things around. But like, I'm just trying to grab one of my videos real quick and what YouTube ended up doing.
Don't your videos, if you want to be monetized, have to be at least like 10 minutes long?
That's a total myth. So your videos don't have to be 10 minutes long. What it is your video can be monetized at any amount of views. But you wanted 10 minutes so you could put multiple ad segments in your video. That's why you wanted them 10 minutes. And of course, if they can watch the 10-minute long, you get a higher viewer duration. Then YouTube says, hey, let's put your content in front of more people. So it works like that. But you can post a 3-minute long video and it can still be monetized once you're, of course, monetizable. That I think right now it's 4,000 watch time minutes and 1,000 subscribers and no community guideline strikes. I had someone a while back that was like, hey, I hit the marks, I can't get monetized. And I'm like, okay, why not? They're like, I failed the community guidelines. I'm like, well, that's the problem. It's like, they're not saying that you're bad. They're not saying you're trash. If you go against their guidelines, you're obviously not going to be able to get into their, money. But it is what it is. But so I pulled.
We could get 1,000 views. I checked it. It was just under 1,000 views earlier while I was at work. Jesus Christ. YouTube, you guys are actually helping me out, getting my shit out to these people.
Nice. So let's actually dive in a little bit to that. This is a gaming podcast, but it's also just like a podcast to honestly learn a little bit. So,
and also where we sometimes shoot the shit.
Yeah, and then sometimes it just goes off the rails. So for YouTube, so we have a thing called viewer duration, click-through rate, and your viewer duration, your percentages. We're not going to get into high details, but your percentages really matter. The longer a viewer attention lasts, the better. So I'm going to go on to my Achievement Hunter short that I made. That is pretty much, I open up packages that I bought and I show them to the camera. So an average viewer duration is what you always want to look out for. If you see, for audio listeners, I'm showing a stat of literally something tanking in a sense. But if you see your stats literally just go from okay to no, and then it keeps going down, probably not a good sign. Because that means people are obviously going, I'm getting bored of this. So that's why there's a thing called magic juice. Not steroids, but so this is something that I've learned doing some studies. The shorter the TikTok, shorter the segments you have in there, the better. But there's obviously, if you go too short, you're gonna get hit for it. So I decided to use that to my advantage. So I did something where there's an edit every second, and it was called, I put text on the screen. I literally said exactly what I said, and I put the text on the screen. So now there's an edit every single second. Plus it jumps, plus there's no dead space, plus all this. That video in the first day got 20 views. The next day, it shot up to 7,000 views. Next day, it hit the 8,000 views. I gained 24 subscribers off it. I got over 13,000 impressions, and 88% of it came from the short feed because YouTube said, hey, your video kept people going because, once again, there's an edit every single second because it's text-to-speech. So there was an edit every single second, and YouTube said, people liked your stuff because it kept them attention. They kept the focus on it, so they said, let's put it to more people. And eventually, it got to the point where YouTube was like, oh, okay, this is actually doing good. So the click-through rate for normal videos would be where you want to be, but on shorts, click-through rates don't matter. I don't know why YouTube says that, but it is what it is.
That's just from my experience. It's like hit and miss when the thing actually registers that you're uploading a short. like there's times where I've uploaded videos I thought was like would be the thing would recognize as a short, but it didn't. And there's sometimes I've noticed that whenever I upload like something that's less than like 20 seconds, that's when it actually registers as a short.
Yes. So a short is not about the time length. A short is about if it's horizontal or vertical. That's the first step. Now, it has to be under, for YouTube, it has to be under 58 seconds because YouTube adds 2 seconds on it. We don't know why. It's just their algorithm says, oh, no, there's 2 more seconds to this video. There's not. But, so if you make a video with your camera straight up, then it will respond as a short, as long as it's under 50 seconds. I try to hit 30 seconds, no longer than 30 seconds for a short. Every short I have past 30 seconds has 10 views. And I'm
That
not
explains
joking.
why some of the videos I've actually made that were edited together once, freaking that I thought would be shorts didn't end up becoming shorts. Like
Now,
that one that I mentioned has 1,000 views now.
now, Charles, where do you edit your videos at? This is a little advice for everyone. Where do you edit your videos at?
Freaking video editor, freaking that thing that's on my laptop. Freaking, it's not one that I pay for or anything. It's just literally a program that came with my laptop. But I looked up and seen the like the freaking that was on my thing. And I've been using it since I started using it from when I did my Borderlands 1 playthrough that I used to. And that was a bitch and a half to fucking use because this editor freaking out took me a while to figure out how to use it and everything.
Okay, now, do you do any videos on your phone? Like, do you ever edit or download the videos from, like, the Xbox app onto your phone?
The only time I ever used anything I download from my Xbox app is on one of my laptop.
Okay, so and
The
then...
only time I ever record videos, this thing is when I'm recording my brother raging at video games, or when I'm recording myself raging about shit with my shorts, or when I'm showing my freaking NASCAR diecast whenever I get a new one, anything like that, or any other stuff like that Halo Funko Pop that I freaking love to pieces.
I still want
Other than
one.
that, I don't use this thing for anything else other than that stuff.
Okay, so and then your laptop then. What you need to do, and maybe after the podcast I'll actually like search it up and then try to find like a good video that shows you. But if you can make your like little shorts you grab from like playing Halo and stuff like that, especially like the 30 seconds like click bits of someone flying past you or whatever, and make that into a short. So you can make it to where your screen will automatically do this, but the short will still play like vertical in the middle of it. So you have black space up the top and the bottom, and then you'll still have your video, or you can just stretch it out to the main focus of it. Obviously, that's a lot of advanced editing, but if you did something like that, and like I said, after we're done with the podcast, we can kind of, I can try to real fast search up a video, see if we can't find one. But if you start doing that, especially with like less than 30-second video clips, dude, I guarantee you your view count will go up. 110. 110.
Honestly, Gordon, I know you pride yourself on being like a more professional on your YouTube stuff. I prided myself on being low budget and making this thing work, and it seems to have been working out so long.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out. That's why I'm not even telling you to pay money for anything. Like, when it's all said and done, I want to sit there and make jobs for people, so I have to take things a little bit more professionally. Plus, I want to do so much bigger things. But it is like, when it comes down to you're still editing the stuff, but we can find a way to literally go from horizontal to vertical to get you, instead of 5 views or 20 views, get you 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 views. I would
got a freaking video with like 4K freaking views. I would honestly freaking lose my shit.
And that's why I really want to try to figure out what video editor you use. I'll find a video to it and literally show you how to do it, because if you got a video of 4,000 views, you're guaranteed to get a couple of subscribers off it, especially if it's entertaining. You're going to get some more. If I do a project I want to do later this summer and I send you a capture card, then you could even have your actual voice in it. So I want to make sure that we all get to grow. And if you the audience have any like wanting to know how to grow, or how, like, what to do for TikTok, what to do for YouTube Shorts, or what to do for streaming, seriously, leave a comment on this video, and I will get back to you personally. I have currently several TikTok videos that hit over 10,000 views in 24 hours to growing super fast. I just posted a TikTok today, It has 1,700 views. I posted one 3 days ago. It has 9,188 views. Okay, well, Jordan, I want to post YouTube shorts, but I want to get more than 5 views. Okay, I will go back to my dashboard. My TikTok or my YouTube short I posted 2 days ago, 1,400 views. The other one, 100 views. Another one, 8,000 views. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. So I'm here to help 100%.
Wish freaking YouTube would monetize freaking YouTube Shorts.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully they will figure out a way to monetize them. I really
even
hope
if you have
so.
to have at least like 1,000 views on them, that'd be fine. Because I have a few YouTube Shorts that have over 1,000 views, and if I only made like 20 bucks and just from fuck you, asshole.
The Daytona.
Anyways, freaking even if I only get like 20 bucks from those like freaking however many shorts that have over 1,000 views, they freaking that's fine. Just means at least I'm making some freaking little bit of money on the side, freaking Especially since I'm trying to freaking save up to get a house and everything, and freaking every little bit helps. Plus, I'm also freaking hoping to be able to surprise my girlfriend by proposing to her.
I mean, I definitely hope that goes out well. When it comes down to YouTube making a monetization program, I think right now their monetization for normal 16:9 videos that are the horizontal videos, I think those they have them down pat so easily. And I think for shorts, I think they need to do the same thing. Make sure you have 1,000 subscribers. And the reason I say 1,000 subscribers is just because of when it comes to YouTube, they don't want to pay someone who's not serious about YouTube, and that makes sense to me. Now, I think instead of watch time minutes, because for those who don't know, watch time minutes don't actually count in shorts. So your short can hit 1 million views, guess what? Your watch time minutes don't count, so that you're not working towards monetization if you get that. So I think they need to go views. I think if you're able to hit 100,000 total views, or like 10,000 views or 20,000 views within the year period, I think that should be able to count, because you're only gonna make like pennies off of one video. You might make 30 bucks off it if it hits 1 million views. So I think if they did something along those lines, or at least test run it with the big creators, test run it with some small creators, and see what they can do with it, I think that would be profitable for YouTube and profitable for the consumer and the distribution, the content creators. So I want to see YouTube do more, because they're obviously showing that they're not gonna die anytime soon. They are trying to step up and be the best and carry on. We all thought when TikTok came out, TikTok was dead, or YouTube was dead. Everyone's like, YouTube's gonna die soon. YouTube, what they do? Okay, you guys like that? You guys like the TikTok? And then they said, let's put out some shorts. And then they did some shorts.
A lot of fucking memes have been generated from them.
Yeah, but you know what? YouTube's still kicking. YouTube actually ended up getting more views, and I think in the United Kingdom in the last few months, than on TikTok. Like, that's insane for them to get more views in a country than the other app. So I think they're definitely on a very, very good path. I think it has a lot of potential, and I just want to continue to see YouTube grow, but also for the smaller creators who are struggling. Or this is what I've been asking. I've been asking for YouTube, so you don't have to be like me and search hours and hours to find one fucking video to give you that little bit of advice. I want YouTube to have its own little training course. If you are serious about YouTube, YouTube should be like, hey, this is what you're going to do. Once you hit 100 subscribers, go through this course. It's a free class, or fuck it, 20 bucks. 20 bucks for a creator, easy. That's McDonald's money. So you sit there, you pay 20 bucks, you take this course, you watch a bunch of videos, and it's showing you how to grow on YouTube. And it tells you everything. I should not have to look up 8 videos to find out, okay, so if I edit my videos, it should be good. No. Okay, if I put text in my videos, they should be good. No. If I edit my videos for every second and add text in, it should be good. No. what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, you have
If I
to
had a time machine and go
dig.
back in time to when it was easier to make money off of YouTube.
Yeah, just show a titty. Just sit there and start popping one out. Booties on thumbnails like that. Like that would work. But you know, I want the other creators, because I know there's a lot of people like me who don't have a lot of money per se and does not have a lot of time, but they want to grow. And it's like, you have you kind of kick back, posting up some stuff, see if it flows. You have me grinding every fucking minute of the week to see numbers grow. Like, if I looked at your YouTube stats, I'll probably cry, because certain numbers are gonna be low, and I'm gonna be like, why are they so low? Why are they so low? But I'm gonna I looked at other people's, and I'm like, they're better than me. And I've been grinding at this for how long, and now I'm looking at them going, how long have you guys started? Oh, I just started posting, you know, like a week or two ago. I'm like, fuck, I'm in the wrong field. Like, I'm over there. They're like, oh, dude, I just vlog and people love to join my days. I'm like, oh, dude, yeah. What do you got? Like 100 subscribers? Oh, I got 10,000. What? When you start your channel? I started like, you know, a month ago. And 10,000? Did you pay for this? But you know, when it's all said and done, it's the way they edit, it's the way they do it. And I want YouTube to make it easier for the creators, the young creators, to the old, to the new creators, to learn how to do it. Like, I want YouTube to just tell us.
The sad part is you can still pay. There still is a ways for people to pay for freaking subscribers, even if they're all freaking just fake.
I will say I did that, and I'm happy I did, and I'm also pissed off that I did. I'm happy I did because at least now I learned, and I learned early on, versus I'm growing and then a video doesn't do well, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just pay for some subscribers, and then that I like they're not real. I don't care how many Fiverr ads, I don't care how many YouTube boot button ads you see, they're not real. Video views, if you want video views and real subscribers, make an ad. It's like, if you do the work, then you can actually see, okay, these people watched the video, okay, they did this, like Facebook ads. If I was about to make a huge campaign like Mr. Beast, a million trees idea, guess where I'm going? I'm going to Facebook ads, I'm going to Google ads, like, I'm going to everywhere that I control the ads. I see who clicks on it, I see all the stats. And then if I get a bunch of subscribers and then they unsubscribe, I just have to accept the fact, maybe they're not interested. So, it's just, I just want to see, excuse me, I want to see YouTube help their creators out and show others how to grow. Now, I've learned a lot of secrets that I'll never tell others, because, let's be honest, they're working for me and it's working great, and I don't want people to steal my ideas. So I'm over here going like, I will help you, but I also won't help you. I'll help you figure out what you gotta do, but I will not help you get your views or subscribers. Those are taught of the trait. But I will say though, on the Twitch end, we talked about it last week. And I will definitely say how messed up it is, especially comparing it to now. So I was in this guy's Twitch stream last night. His name was Spooky Loops, and he got easily like 50 subs, 60 subs. Like, he got a good amount. So I was like, damn, that's even if they're all discounted price, like, that's $4. Like, that's $4 a person. So that was $4 times 60. That's 240. And I was like, okay, minus that by 50%. Okay, 120.
At least part of a bill right there.
Like, yeah, but now Twitch is taking, not like they're taking 120 of it. Like, that's messed up. They took a guy who's literally streaming at home all day, get up over 60 followers or 60 subscribers from it, and then knowing that he's only gonna make $120 from that. Like, that's just, man, like, I just can't look at like Twitch the same way and going, you guys are making reasonable decisions. I look at that going, damn. Like, that's just, and the worst part is they're going to make people accept it by accident. They're going to put in their terms and agreements. It's going to pop up as a, do you accept our new terms and agreements? They're not going to look at it. They're just going to hit, yes, I need the stream, come on. And they're going to end up accepting it. Now, I don't think Spooky actually is on those terms of agreements because he's been around for a hot minute. But it's the valuable point of that alone right now, I feel like is a major kick in the teeth. Now, YouTube, to kind of counteract Twitch, they brought thank yous. So on YouTube now, you can sit there for creators who are monetized. All this you have to be monetized for. You can now sit there and send a thank you to your favorite creators. So let's say I go on to Rooster Teeth and I wanted to say thank you. I could pay like, I think the minimum's like $5, like a sub. I could pay like $5 and get my message highlighted in the comments saying thank you guys for all this, and I can write a custom message. I could put you suck dog poop, and it just says thank you. Skull Hunter Games sent you suck dog poop. Like, at least it'll be highlighted in the comments. I think it's a cool concept of it, but the fact is YouTube only will take 30% of that. Like, that is what I love about YouTube, is they're not as money hungry as we see other big corporations. Activision, Microsoft, every other company out in the world. Like, they're just, I'm so tired of the money hungry companies. And YouTube's still a money hungry company, I'm not gonna lie, but when you're looking at all the sharks' faces, YouTube's is like the one you're looking at going, you can eat me, because I trust you. Like when you're hunting for ducks, like no one hunts for ducks being like, oh, I love the eating. They hunt for ducks because it's a fun sport. So they're like, oh yeah, bam, like I shot you. Not because I want to kill you, because I respect you. That's how I feel about YouTube. Like, YouTube is definitely the one to go, and YouTube's done more things than anyone else, and YouTube has the history behind it. And I think that's going to carry them a long way, is YouTube has that massive history.
YouTube has like the whole members thing where people can get access to like exclusive shit from the favorite creators. I still think it's stupid that if people want to be in a Discord server with their favorite creator has, they have to join the members thing. And with some of these creators, but you know, it's understandable. But you know,
yeah, because if you're a creator with 100,000 subscribers, and you know, half of them would just want to scream in your ear and ask you stupid questions. And what's your favorite color? Would you play with fans? Bro, it's like, leave that in the comment section. But if you're gonna pay someone to actually have like a one-on-one conversation, it's like, I get that more being in like the servers and stuff like that, because when it's all said and done, you're actually like, kind of being a part of the community in a sense. I actually got invited to they're called Star X. They're a bunch of streamers, and it's a wife and husband couple. And they invited me into their servers way before I was ever a subscriber to them. And they invited me in, and they're like, yeah, come on in. I'm like, oh, okay. And then like they're over there in the stream talking about, yeah, guys, if you want to join, all you have to do is be a subscriber. I was like, do I know I'm not a subscriber? Do I tell them? Do they know? And so I was like, it's cool. Like, sometimes you can be invited, but most of the time, though, I get it, because you're gonna have these weird people being like, what? Do you think you would ever date a guy like me? No, I'm married, bitch. It's like, no, I'm not gonna date anyone else. But you're gonna get those people. So at least if you're gonna get those people, make them pay for it.
Yeah.
Like,
and on the whole thing that we were talking about at first, with the whole thing with the raids and stuff, if YouTube could come up with a way for them to be able to do that kind of thing, and at the same time be able to freaking have a way to handle the freaking and prevent the freaking hate raids crap from happening again, like what happened with Twitch, and freaking it's all good with me, people.
Yeah, I think if they did the button thing that I was talking about earlier, where it's like you could ban the last previous raid that entered your stream, ban everyone from it. I think if you were able to do that, like, I feel like it would be a safer place versus right now you can raid other people, but it's like, let's take the Vanoss group for an instance. So, because they all stream, they all do their stuff, but they all work together. So they can raid each other. let's say I was doing a pretty much a Vanoss stream, and I went, guys, let's go ahead, let's go ahead and raid Vanoss, guys. Let's go ahead. I won't be able to raid him because he didn't subscribe to me. That's how YouTube is right now. Now I like it, but I also don't, because you want to sit there and raid to like your fans and stuff. But if you're not subscribed and they're not subscribed to you and you didn't accept their terms, you never accepted theirs, you won't be able to do it. They need to make that easier, but they also, like I said, need to make like that button to where you can say, hey, yeah, all you little fuckers from that raid, bye, and hit it, boom, goes away. I feel like they really need to implement that. If they're able to do that, solid. We would be set, 100%.
And speaking of freaking online websites having freaking issues with freaking shit like that, freaking Xbox Live was down for like the upteenth time a couple of days ago.
Sure
I don't know
was.
what the whole deal was this time. I don't know if they freaking were DDoSed again or what freaking happened, but like, for some reason, me and my brother could not play any games that were digital. We couldn't freaking even play some of our disc games. They kept freaking saying they had to be signed in or we had to be online for me to play these games, and it's like, what the flip?
Yep. So my experience with that was I was trying to stream DVD on Saturday because Mother's Day was coming up. And so I was like, okay, I will try to play Mother's Day, but I was like, I really want to get today in. It kept saying I didn't own the game. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to do this then. If I'm going to have these issues, I'm not going to do it. I'll stream on Sunday then. Sunday came around. Obviously, that was a big no-go because my mom, she's had her asthma problems, so we were all fighting to get to talk to her. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on trying to talk to her. But then when I was done with her, I was like, I'm going to play some Resident Evil. Nope, couldn't do that. I was trying to play back here. Nothing. I was like, I'm going out to, maybe it's my Xbox. So I went out to the living room where I have my other Xbox at. Went out there, tried to play. No, it was still like, hey, you don't own this game. You have to be online. It's a disc. I own the fucker. Why can't I play it? And they're like, well, you have to be online. No, I don't. I don't have to be online to play a physical copy that I own. I don't know what was going on with Microsoft that day or this weekend. And eventually fixed. It still had this flicker. So and it's funny. It's funny they're having these problems because so Game Pass just released a bunch of new games, including 7 Days to Die on their Game Pass on PC Game Pass, and it wouldn't let me play any of my PC Game Pass games. Microsoft. Yeah.
I can make fun of Sony getting hacked like a bunch of times. Microsoft, it's like freaking now you guys are starting to become the newest freaking meme, but like you guys can't even get your shit together.
I just want things to work. It's like, so my game Dead by Daylight that we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and try to be Thursday, Fridays. Skull Games Twitch. So I hate it because every time I try to play this game, they're like, let's update. Let's do a big update. Let's do a big idea. I'm like, awesome, guys. I love it. They gave us a new map, redid some killers. It was great. I loved it. They gave us a new map, everything worked great. But everything else got fucked up in the process. So we literally, now flashlights, instead of pointing at the wall, it points at your feet. Okay, cool. People, I sit there and get hooked. Guess what? I should go on the hook like this. No, I'm over there bent over, ass up, sitting there hanging from the hook like I just got probed by an alien. I'm like, what? How do you mess this up, game? How do you literally give us a new map, give us the 2 killers, and then still mess up the rest of the game? How is this possible?
Every time Call of Duty or freaking Borderlands gets an update or freaking DLC, something gets fucked up.
But I'm okay if the thing they added in is fucked up, because then it's like, okay, you know what? You guys just added it in. I'm okay with that. Not the things you didn't fucking touch. It's like, that's what I don't get. How do you mess up the things you didn't touch? How does that just happen? I just want to play a finished game that doesn't have any interference, that does not have any tech problems. I want to be able to turn on my Xbox, say, go offline, play my games, not having to wait. If it's downloaded digital, I get it, and then I'll obviously reconnect it online. But I would love to just go on, play my games, and not have to worry about Microsoft going, Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're having problems, so get the fuck out. Just get out. Just get off. Get off the game. Get off the game. I would rather them just send the FBI to my door. Just FBI open up, like, at least then I get a TikTok out of it. But no. Now I just get, you know, I might be playing my game, might be on the phone with my dad, you know, talking. We're actually gonna play some Rainbow Six here soon. And I'd be on phone talking with him, and then just one day I could be like, oh yeah, Dad, look at no, Microsoft said I can't. Bye. It's like, I don't want that. I just want to play a finished game. I want to play on a platform that doesn't fucking suck and have changes every 5 weeks. Like,
That's why freaking 2012 was like one of the last years in my opinion. Freaking like they actually released games that were freaking for the most part complete at release. Like Black Ops 2 is freaking in its base game is freaking pretty good.
yeah.
When I played it, and Borderlands 2 is still my freaking all-time favorite Borderlands game out of this freaking franchise, and that's just with the base game.
But it's like some games they're releasing like in 2022. I think that is they were releasing games still that was fully made, no updates, no DLCs, none of that bullshit. But yeah, you know, my problem is though is game developers are getting too comfortable with saying, here's the alpha, and then here's the beta, and then here's the rest, and then here's some add-ons. Or Xbox is getting too comfortable going, oh, here's this new platform we release, and then here's some stuff we're putting on top of it, and then here's some more nonsense, and then here's some ads in the next few months. It's like, I just want to play on something that's there. I want to pretty much have the PlayStation 2 experience. You put your fucking disc in and you play. That's all I want.
Games is a live service crap that these companies have been doing for years now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why some of these all these companies have these issues. It's like people should learn by now. Games as a service doesn't fucking work when you release a game that's shit at release.
Dude, remember what was it? There's a game. Oh yeah, it was Call of Duty. So Call of Duty Ghosts. No, yes, Call of Duty Ghosts was the first Call of Duty that they actually had, like, you can make your Call of Duty account, where you can make your Call of Duty clan, where you can have your official Call of Duty stuff. That was the first time they did it. And it failed, because no one could log in. When you hit the pause button, it's like, hit select to log in. It wouldn't work. Don't release that stuff with your game.
They had the Call of Duty Elite thing with even way back with Modern Warfare 3, but freaking, and I think they still kind of have that, but freaking, I don't know. There's like Ghost was like, it was one of the last decent ones that freaking at least came out at release and had a pretty good base game and everything, even with the multiplayer and everything. And after that, they released all that crap that they did. And mostly the only reason why people even really like the game is because of Snoop Dogg voice pack, but freaking you know.
Honestly, I didn't know that. I didn't know Snoop Dogg had a voice pack in there.
That was the game before they did it with Vanguard. And they only did it with Vanguard so that they would try to make some of that money that they lost because of how shit Vanguard is.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Why do you think they're freaking already working on the next Call of Duty? Because Vanguard sucked so bad.
Vanguard sucked. Now, this is funny. A lot of people have stated this over and over again. They should have stuck with Cold War. It's bad when you go back to a game that wasn't even doing, like, it was getting good numbers and everything else. Like, it was still holding numbers and stuff. But you have to say, should have just stuck with Cold War. Cold War and Warzone. Should have just stayed there.
Barely better than freaking Vanguard.
Oh, they should have just. I just wish game developers would learn from their mistakes. Like, truly learn.
I didn't mind playing Vanguard when it released, because at least that was for the most part enjoyable. Freaking just playing the beta for Vanguard made me like, yep, I'm not playing this fucking copy paste bullshit again.
Yeah, it wasn't enjoyable. And like, I hate to say, like, GTA for an example. GTA is an example of why you don't copy and paste. But I will give Rockstar credit though. Even though they copied and pasted one game, they're still releasing fucking bangers. Like, they're still going, oh yeah, hey, guess what? You want a new Red Dead? Boom. Like, and the game does well. The game does amazing. Like,
Red Dead 2 was actually pretty good from what I've seen.
yeah. And that's
And
just, that's proves
it
even if you
actually
copy
tied
and
in pretty
paste, you can
well.
still do well.
And it was better in some ways than the original because it definitely looked a hell of a lot better. And thinking there was some things that was better in Red Dead 2, and it tied in pretty well leading into Red Dead 1.
Yeah. Any game that can tie the story back in, I love. Like, I bring this up a lot, but Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil 7 were so good at tying each other back in. Literally at the beginning of Resident Evil 8, it opens this storybook of pretty much telling you what happened previously, and at the start screen, there's even like what happened on the game beforehand, so you can even go back and see it. But then the story itself from Resident Evil 8 connects you with like that makes sense because the Baker house was this and Chris was doing this. Now this actually makes sense. This all connects. Chris isn't just an asshole. He's an asshole with intent. It's like, and you can at least like piece it together better. Like, I love games that are able to connect previous games together, and that's why I'm a big fan of Resident Evil. That's when they release a Resident Evil I'm not proud of. I'm like,
And I like DMC Devil May Cry 5. That's probably my favorite out of the Devil May Cry franchise.
Man, what my favorite DMC? I'm gonna search them up because I think there's a total of 6 games, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think of one that was made by Ninja Theory that nobody likes to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever watched the anime series to Devil May Cry?
No, I've seen bits of it.
Dude, you need to watch it. All right. I'll say that was one of the first animes I actually sat down and watched by myself.
The crazy thing is the anime ties in the video game series.
Okay, so there is Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry DMCA, Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 1. So I have not got to play Devil May Cry 5, and I hate the fact that I haven't been able to, but it's because
so
I'm a completionist, and that's my problem, is if I play it, I will not stop until I fully beat it, get the achievements and stuff, and
have fun trying to beat that on Dante Must Die mode. Trust me.
that is the fucking problem. Is like the hard achievements on there are hard. Like, you don't sit there playing going, I just need a day and I'll get this done. No, you need a day to not kill yourself after playing it. Like, but it's nice because that brings you back to like the PlayStation days and everything else where like games literally bent you over and called you mommy. Like, it's a good reminder of it. But I think my favorite Devil May Cry had to be Devil May Cry 4. And the music on that was, amazing. Amazing. The music on Devil May Cry 4 was good. That was the first time I've ever seen an anime, like cartoon kind of related game ever give me emotion. Is when Nero, spoiler alert, whenever Nero is trying to save Gideon or whatever Gideon. The fuck, her name, and like they're over there, like he's grabbing out his hand and she's grabbing out her hand, and we will see, we'll fight until the
oh my god, that fucking bit's so fucking like that song is my favorite song in the whole fucking game.
It is mine too. Like I had the soundtrack downloaded on my MP3 player. Like, dude, like I love Devil May Cry 4. It was so good. How they put Dante involved with Nero was such a great idea of how they did it, how they made it connect, how they had a love story, how they still end up bringing Trish into it. Like, it is, I love Devil May Cry 4. Like, it is my favorite DMCA or DMC that I've ever played. I will say second, though, has to be the first one, because that what gives you the storyline. Devil May Cry 2 was kind of just a continuation of 1. Like, it was a true, like, hey, Devil May Cry 1 happened. Here's 2. Just continue on.
Also, people didn't really like.
Yeah, 2 wasn't great. 3, everyone loved, but I think it was because you got to see Dante shirtless a lot.
And Virgin for the first time.
Yeah,
besides, unless you knew that he was the guy that you fight multiple times in the first game. Spoiler.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you do fight him in the first, but if you know it, but once again, like, that's so great, because you get to connect the dots with it. But Devil May Cry, where... I'm not a
Imagine-
fan. I'm just not a fan of the Devil May Cry game. Like the new one with young Dante. That's not young Dante, but it's young Dante.
You mean V?
Yeah,
He was fun as hell to play.
dude. He might be fun as hell to play. I just don't like it. It wasn't Devil May Cry to me. It just didn't feel like Devil May Cry, like how Devil May Cry is. Like, it just didn't feel that way.
I was just basically freaking button spamming, even as all three of them. Especially as V and Nero, just like with V especially, it's like you signed out your pets to fight the enemies, and then you just rush in, and finish them up, the enemies off by stabbing them with V's cane.
Yeah, that's I don't like
still-
button mashing. I hate.
I still have to
button
freaking play as Virgil just so I can freaking hear Virgil's song. I am the storm that is approaching, motherfuckers!
That's what I warn Brittany whenever I come home.
I love
when I
Virgil's
come home.
song in that game, and I just want to play as Virgil. Just so I can freaking waffle stomp Dante.
I mean, you do whatever gets your boat mowing.
When I first played as him in DMC5, it was like, yup, I remember how to play this motherfucker from 4.
See, I think Devil May Cry is one of those games that Capcom made that they were smart with. They said, let's not overdo it. Let's not make this a disaster. And even though some of their games were disastered, but they still held high volumes. It
the fact
wasn't.
that Devil May Cry was originally supposed to be a Resident Evil game, and
Yep.
this somehow turned into a whole nother spin-off thing that turned into its own franchise.
A lot of people, it's actually fun because a lot of people don't know Devil May Cry was supposed to be a Resident Evil game. It was supposed to be something to do with like Resident Evil 2, because Resident Evil wasn't actually supposed to be about zombies. Had nothing to do with zombies at first, but Capcom and the developer sat down and said, okay, let's actually do something, right? Like there's another one. One of the main characters that was supposed to be Becca Chambers was supposed to like this anime girl. And yeah, obviously it didn't work. But there's many memes to it. There's actually costumes in some of the Resident Evil games. But I'm hoping for Resident Evil, they bring out Resident Evil The Mercenaries. If they could do that on console, I would love it. They did it for the 3DS, and it was great. I loved it, and I just need it for consoles. If they do that, sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. I'll be happy with that. I just looked over at the time. I was curious why I was getting text messages. Looked at the time. It's getting close to that wrap up point. So Charles, go ahead and tell people where they could find you.
You guys like to watch my freaking AEW related live streams, and just whenever I upload like some related video games on one of my shorts, you can go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, CJ the Lone Wolf.
Link is in the description. If you want to find Joseph, it is Giant Enemy Company.com. It's Giant Enemy. The links are down in the description. That is where Joseph will be for all of his wants and needs. James is also the actual proper co-host to the channel, but Daddy needs to go get milk. So I think he's still the architect on Twitch and on Twitter. If you want to find me, Skull Hunter Games on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Anywhere you can find me. And I'm dead serious, guys. If you want advice, or if you want to just ask simple questions about TikTok or Shorts or even Instagram. I can't really help out with Instagram too much, but if you want to ask about these questions, please let us know in the comments down below, or reach out to me through email at skullhuntergame at gmail.com. Game, not games. Game. But yeah, seriously, reach out to me if you want to see the podcast. Podcast in audio land, podcast and video. It is Skull Hunter Podcast. You can find us anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast from. None of our business. And thank you all for the time and the effort you guys have put into us. Like, greatly appreciate it. You guys have gave us over 500 views on YouTube and over 300 views on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, wherever. So greatly appreciate that. We're on the road to 1,000, so we greatly appreciate you guys. And hopefully next week Joseph will come back. Hopefully he's not running from the law. But Charles, scream us out. Goodbye, everybody.
On the storm. That got you. I fucked it up.
Ray tag, wrap it out. Go ahead. Woo!